Is he the one facing? Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Episode 2, Hidden Inventory 2. And last episode, we were back. Just basically seeing what happened between Geto and Gojo and all of that. And then there was their third member of the squad, the girl, I think she was called Shoko. Alright, and now Goto and Gejo are being sent on this mission to protect this vessel for what's his name again? Did I write that down? No. Okay. Well, they're trying to protect this vessel so that this person that basically is behind all of their a whole lot of their what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, this immortal person from keep being immortal without ascending, which means like if he ascends, then he might become a danger to everybody, and they're gonna lose all the protection that they've been enjoying for so far, and all of that. So it's like, yeah, and you have these two groups that are going after the girl, trying to kill the girl. There's the one group that's basically sort of like religious fanatics, and they want to kill the girl so that that person can ascend to this higher form of being. And then you have the other people that are just basically against the jujutsu sorcerers and everything that they stand for, wana, and they're trying to kill the girl. So yeah, they were attacking, and Gojo and Geto were facing, I think each were facing one other person. Each of them were facing a different person. Either way, they're about to engage in battle. So yeah, that's what happened last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys have my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting my Patreon at patreon.com/follow me. Now let's start this episode, and here we go. Oh, and then Fushiguro's dad also showed up at the end there. So they were like, do you want to join in the action or something or other like that? So yeah, let's go. You know, last episode, I was like, okay, they're trying to assimilate this girl. Isn't that basically like killing her? And then she's like, it's not the same as you probably think that assimilation is the same as death, but that's not really it. You know, like, okay, so explain it to me. She's like, okay, once I'm assimilated, I become Tengen-sama becomes me, still with my thoughts, and I'm like, yeah, but you're still not gonna be you. Like, they're still taking away your future, your normal life, all the years that you could have lived as a person on this earth. They're still taking that away from you. So I'm like, okay, I guess they're trying to make it feel like okay for us, but I'm still, a part of me is still not like okay with this. Like, I'm not. And the Qs that attacked them last episode, they took care of them like easily, because I believe they said last episode that Gojo and Geto were like the two most powerful, I guess, that they have there or something, or they're like that. So they're not gonna be easily defeated. So after they took care of the Qs, the girl is like, she wants to go to school. Because, like I said, after they assimilate her, she's not going to be able to see her friends or anything like that. Even the woman that was Kuroi, that has been with her since the beginning, that's basically her family, she's not going to be able to see her. And Kuroi is not going to be able to see her either. So it's like, okay. And she wants to go to school and basically enjoy her life as she, possibly can, until she gets assimilated. So she goes to school, and Geto puts these two curses, I guess, after her to look after. Not two, some curses after her. I don't know how many, because he said that they took out two, and then that they needed to head to the school because he could feel them getting killed and all of that. So they head there, and they have pulled out this bounty online for her head. And this was a plan Fujiguro's plan, which I'm confused because the guy apparently, unless I didn't quite understand what they said, apparently it was the Star Religious Group, not the Qs were the one that I guess the sorcerers, the Star Religious Group that wants Tengen-sama to ascend or whatever. They're the ones that hired Fushiguro, right, to kill the Star Vessel. But since the Star Vessel is being protected by Gojo, he's like, okay, I'm gonna have to face Gojo. But I cannot face Gojo like that because he's super strong. So I'm gonna send these extra people to face him to try to wear him down before I jump in. And that's why they sent out these bounty thing online to get all these people to try to kill the Star Vessel, because he knew that they were not going to be able to kill her with Gojo being there, so they're not going to get any reward money. The money is still going to come to him, right? And so they send those people after Gojo, and Gojo is able to take care of them pretty easily. I love how he went to the school and called out to Rico, and then there were all these girls there, and they were like, "Oh, is that your boyfriend? Because Gojo is so cute. He's so handsome." And then they're like, "You take off your glasses," and then they look at his eyes, those beautiful eyes. I'm like, then the teacher came telling them to simmer down, that this is a classroom, to behave themselves and whatnot. And then she slipped her phone number to Gojo. I'm like, oh. So Gojo went and took Rika out of the classroom and whatnot. And then that's when this other person showed up that can make copies of himself, right? And he was facing Gojo, and then Gojo basically was explaining what his powers are. There, and that I feel like I said this previously. It always happens to me when it comes to Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, they come out with these, not come out, like, they have all these moves and this terminology and stuff that they explain, like during this episode when what's her name, when Kuroi went after the one copy of the dude that's facing Gojo, and she was beating him up, and then Geto showed up and basically held the thing down or something or other like that, and then the thing sort of like disintegrated or something, and then the girl was like, "That's a Shikigami." She's like, "Oh no," he's like, "That's not really a Shikigami." So it's like, okay, you have these things that are a bit sort of like these things, but they're not really the same thing. So it's like, okay, what are they? I feel there's a whole lot of things in this show, all these different techniques, all these different, I don't know, moves, I don't know, that they try to explain while I'm watching the show, and it's like, it feels like my mind cannot fully comprehend the explanation, So even the first season, after an episode was done, I kept going back and try to fully understand what the explanation is for a particular thing. And I feel like I'm gonna do the same thing to this episode, man. Because when he was trying to explain Gojo, when he was trying to explain his eternity thing, and then he's like the negative, whatever, and then he was gonna do the red thing, and then the blue thing, and then that he did when he was gonna destroy, was it Kanami? The tree curse person. Brother. What's brother's name? Todo. During the Todo and Yuji teamed up, became brothers, and they were facing the three. Was a monster, a monster, a curse person, and then Gojo did his thing. That's basically what he was trying to do here, right? When he was facing the copy person, but he said he couldn't do it. So I'm assuming at first I thought that it's because I don't know, maybe like Fushiguro said that he's trying to wear Gojo down. I thought maybe that was part of him wearing down. He was getting worn down, that's why he couldn't do it. But I feel like it's because he's just not, he still hasn't figured the moves yet. He still hasn't figured it out yet. That's what I'm thinking it was. So yeah. That moment where, okay, the guy that basically at the go between the star religious people and Fushiguro turned around and asked him how Megumi was doing, and he's like, who's that? What's up with him? Does he not know who Megumi is, or does he not care about Megumi enough to remember that he has a son? Something was weird about that scene to me. Like, you have a son called Megumi. The person asks you, how is Megumi? And then you're like, who's that? It felt like he doesn't really remember Megumi. So I'm like, how is that? And then they're calling him the sorcerer killer. So is he a bad guy? Because if he's gonna go after Gojo, I'm assuming you're a bad guy, okay? But like, I'm confused about his character. And then there was that scene as well in the restaurant or whatever, where this guy, he bumped into this guy, and then the guy's foot fell, and then the guy was like, hey, like, at least apologize or something. And then he just turns around and then looks at the guy, or the guy looks at him, and then he backed off. So I'm like, okay, did he actually do something? Did he use some kind of technique on the dude? I feel like he didn't have to do that. I feel like it was just his whole presence, or the way he was looking at the dude or something. I don't know. I was wondering what was up with that as well. And then he just turned around and then walked on the food. Like, it seems like this guy doesn't particularly care about anything or anybody. He just cares about the money. He's clearly a gambler, but he's not really good at it. But again, there was that moment where they asked him, where he was talking about how Gojo was this person that has the sixth something. And then the eternity thing. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So he said that Gojo is the only one in several centuries that has the 6 eyes and the limitless technique. Which I'm assuming the 6 eyes is his beautiful eyes and whatever, all the things that he can see and whatnot. And then the limitless technique, is that the same thing as the eternity stuff? I don't know. I feel like they've explained these things before. But I just don't remember. And he probably was explaining that. He was explaining his technique this episode, Gojo. But like I said, I didn't quite get it. I will have to go back and look at it. I don't feel like doing that right now. And then they asked Fujiguro if he could basically win against Gojo, and he's like, who knows? So we don't really have a definitive answer. I don't know what his technique is. I feel like I might be wrong, but I feel like I was told that he might be stronger than Gojo. I know that he is super, 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 super strong. I'm just not sure if he's stronger than Gojo, or if they're on the same level. I don't know. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to what his deal is, especially when it comes to Megumi. Like, why do you not remember Megumi? Do you just not care about Megumi, or is there something that's blocking your memories of him? I don't know. And then I want to see how strong he is in comparison to Gojo. So thank you guys for watching. And if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. And if you want to see my reaction to episode 3, you can do so by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/Philomene. And you can also see the follow for this reaction there as well. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Tu dis, je suis tombé, même 5 francs, tu n'as jamais donné à quoi? T'es sage. Monsieur, voiture.